7 and 15, 30 seconds rise, 10-inch run. So this is the stair I'm doing now. Open both sides. The tail on the left side with the 1 3/4 back. And it's freestanding on the right, on the left-hand side. And that's going to be the landing ink. So that's what we're looking at right now, is this section here. Let's start with my open both sides treads. I'm going to start making those. Bottom section's 46 inches wide. So if you look close, that little line is 46 inches. Can't even focus into it. And then a 16th. After that, I mark cut that I'm going to do on the bandsaw, and then I'm going to do it with a flush bit to bring everything exactly the same at 46. So let's go.
Would you if you could? Each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim, hand up Susan, step up, step in. For he who calls himself hand ups, who's in, step up, step in. For he who calls himself Tim. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! If you could, each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Would you if you could? Each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim, hand up Susan, step up, step in. For he who calls himself hand ups, who's in, step up, step in. For he who calls himself Tim. Tim, 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 Tim. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Would you would if you could? Each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim. Tim, 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 Tim. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Alright, so my paperwork says at the bottom of the stair on the left hand side, it's got a tail, so that's 1 3/4 inches. That's probably where the header is for the basement stair. So, laid out the left side, and this is to a landing egg. So a landing egg, this will be all trenched out 1/2 inch to accept drywall. This here is where the next stair sits off of going up, and it'll have a tail, and that's where the tail lands. This is the right hand side. It's got a support underneath, but it still gets trenched out for drywall. And it's got to be equal to the other one, so it'll be the same as that, I believe. And there's no tail on this one, so it's just normal straight, you know, that sits on the floor. So this is the open both sides bottom with a landing egg. And now I just got to cut it out and trench it out. All right, so this is landing ink, which means the landing is going to be part of the stair, and it's all going to be without a wall and stuff. So underneath it, so it needs support. Yeah, you know, it'll just break if you just have like the hardwood. And somebody jumps on that, it's gone. So I'm going to trench this out, and I'm going to put in this steel plate. That's going to keep everything in one piece. Pretty cool. You'll see as I go. But I just wanted to show you what I'm doing.
Would you if you could? Each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim. Hand up, Susan, step up, step in, for he who calls himself Tim. Hand up, Susan, step up, step in, for he who calls himself Tim. Tim, 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 Tim. Tim, 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 Tim. If you could, each step stood so good, handmade with solid wood. He who calls himself Tim, Tim, Tim. Tim, 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 let's go! Let's go!
In the day, I used to have to trench these all by myself, make a jig, and what a pain in the ass that was. But I'm lucky they got this. I don't have to do that. So